Wap Goblin's looking for leaks now. I have to say, if when I purge the subreddit, and by the way, there are plans underway. One of the rules that we're coming out with is stop giving attention to clout seekers. Stop with the constant fucking posts of all of the lunatics who literally like wake up every day in a rat-filled fucking studio apartment that their parents pay for, and their entire life and purpose is dedicated to like all the bad Empanada posts. Did you not get like the past 50 trillion times that he's a lunatic and a bad person? And now it's like, oh well, this and then it's always so self-righteous too. The Reddit post will be like, he's really lost it this time. No, he hasn't. He's been the same for years. For as long as I've been making content, he's been the same. Why are you still saying that? Like, that shit's getting insta-banned. Because all you're doing is giving them the attention they want. Like, why? That's the battle they're fighting. Guys, if you want to lower yourself to their level, where your battles, your wins and losses are these petty internet Twitter beefs or whatever, then fuck off. Like, seriously, don't do it in my community. Bring that shit elsewhere. Bring that shit to some other hypothetical large streaming community that thrives entirely on drama and not on politics, okay? Hypothetically. Don't fester in mine, all right? Holy shit. Like one of the easy rules is like if you're doing a post, okay, it's got to be like related to the stream, or related to the content of the stream, or like something like that, you know, something immediately pertinent. I can't stand the obsession with like regurgitating these same lines over and over. Yeah, drama's bad, he says after $1,000 dono. You sent the $1,000 dono, Ben, not me. You sent that, for one, and I'm not going to turn that down. But with regards to that dono and the content thereof, there are politically beneficial reasons to tear into Jank and Hassan. Obviously, drama is like to an extent part of this, but I hope everyone watching understands that there's a pretty big difference between posting like, here's like image comp number 738 of this lunatic on Twitter. Look at how bad they are. This is bad for the left. And like criticizing the positions and behavior of people who are not only my size, but larger than me, to the effect of sort of procuring some kind of lesson or learning something. There's definitely a meaningful difference there. You have to be constructive with it, right? Otherwise, you turn into one of those... like, it's, you know, those people whose entire, like, their whole, like, political thing is, like, these people are bad for the left. And it's like, I see this a lot with, like, trans meds, where, like, theoretically, their advocacy should be about trans positivity, but in practice, it's all just saying, xenogenders are bad for trans people. Non-binary people are bad for trans people. Trans people who don't medically transition are bad for trans... And it's like, fuck, dude. Like, you know, I would respect trans meds a lot more if there were trans meds who would just throw their arms up and go, man, I don't know. I kind of think that like the surgery is a big part of it. Like, I don't know, whatever. Like, we're all in this together. But none of them are like that. Like, see, zero of them are like that. You know, I'd still disagree with them, but like at least their heads pointed in the right direction on that one. But like that's never how it actually works out. Yeah. I've been liking your drip lately. Need a necklace or rings. Complete the process of becoming a mob boss. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wish rings weren't such a pain in the ass. You know, just like having them clank on your fingers all the time is a pain in the ass. Um, so like Brianna Wu? No. Uh, Brianna Wu has said stuff that I strongly disagree with, and you know, you can imagine that to whatever extent you like. But Brianna Wu, I don't know if you know this, actually just facilitated like a big PV meetup. Clearly does a lot of stuff that's actually beneficial. The idea that Brianna Wu's like entire like overriding political impact is purely like transmed bickering is it's just not true. Don't go looking for excuses to dislike people, right? Like if you dislike a thing that somebody has done or said, engage with that and that specifically. But when you start generalizing, it's like what Contra said, right? If you it's the generalization and the essentialization where you have issue with something someone has done, and rather than just engage with that thing specifically, it has to be pulled out into these broader tendencies where now you're attacking the tendencies, and the tendencies may or may not like vaguely correspond to specific things that have been done, but not always. And then you're arguing on like the difference between a generalized accusation and a specific one, and then it's like, okay, well, what are we even talking about at this point? It just I'm telling you, it's gonna be the Big Pants arc, okay? It's gonna be the arc of Big Pants, all right? Because the circular firing squad shit, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. What's the fine line between criticizing someone and versus practically not bringing drama? I feel like I'm pretty good about this. Normally, when I criticize other people on the left, I usually try to do it from this, like, I think this is really fucking dumb, but I still think their videos are good kind of thing. Maybe not always. I mean, it really depends on the person, right? I guess it's just a matter of, like, how warranted it is. Because some people you can just tear into, and it's warranted because they're just bad. And the determination as to whether or not a person fits in that category is always going to be, like, kind of up to a personal decision, you know? Vaush, you're a lightning rod for drama. What? Yeah, from other people. When do I start that shit? Dude, I like wake up every day. It's like some person is mad over this or that. Genuinely, almost every time there's some kind of disagreement between me and another community, it's the other person who's initiated it, right? Like Contra, randomly, just out of nowhere, the Cat Black stuff, the this it's like every time, you know. We have to be strong. How much of the hate towards you is legitimate, or is it mostly just scripting? It's mostly legitimate. I mean, a lot of people just do the essentialization thing, right?